Hey guys, it's Jason Ack here again, and in this video I want to do something a little different. In the past videos that you've seen before, you see me go over how I was able to get to certain income, or you get to see me really go deep into other financial topics. But today's video, I really wanted to share with you guys how anyone, you, me, can make $1,000 to $2,000 extra every month on top of your income. And I'm saying this anecdotally, but also with experience, because what I'm going to go over are things that I have personally tried, and I will tell you guys what worked and what didn't, right? That's not to say that what worked for me will work for you, or what didn't work for me will not work for you. We all have different ways to do things. We're all better at other stuff than someone else. We're not all carbon copies of each other. But I'm hoping that if you guys can actually see what worked for me, what didn't, you guys can take from learn from my mistakes and maybe even learn from my success. So we'll get right into it. I really wanted to break this down into 4 different sections. The 4 sections are going to be between 1, labor-based side hustles, where you're actually doing work, which not really what everyone wants to do, but that has specifically worked for me, and I'll go over that. I also want to go over content creation, which is what I'm trying to do right now, something different, right? You see this online. Everyone on social media is trying to make money off of social media. And after that, I wanted to go over knowledge-based, selling your knowledge, selling something that you learn, a skill that you acquire, and selling that, right? And finally, I wanted to hit the topic of product-based side hustles, selling a product, starting a company, selling a product, or even selling it as yourself. So we'll get right into section 1. Section 1 of this is a little different, okay? Because like I said, labor-based side hustles, not everyone wants to be doing that. Not everyone wants to go out every day and to be like putting in the work. But I've done that before. I did that a few summers in a row. Me and my brother, we started a landscaping business, but it became really heavily on lawn mowing in the summer. So everyone needs lawn mowing. Everyone, businesses, houses, homes. There's so much people that just need their lawn mowed. Some people can't, some people don't want to, and businesses just need that done, and they don't want to worry about mowing their lawn while they need to run their business. So a really, really, really easy way, I'm giving you guys secret sauce here, what I was able to do to get this our company off the ground with mowing lawns and finding more people to work for is Nextdoor. Look, this app right here, it be on screen, I hope. This app Nextdoor, you have so many people that are living in your neighborhood and around your city that request things like lawn mowing, request things like a handyman, request a lot of different type of labor-based work. So once I came across Nextdoor, I really promoted my company on there, and every time I saw someone post like, I need mowing done, I need this done, boom, I'd be the first one to message them. I'd comment and I'd like them, and I'd show them my page, show what they do. I'd ask them to send me their address, look on Google Earth the sides of their lawn, and boom, I'd give them a price. If we got the job, we do it, and then we say, we'll do this every 2 weeks, or we'll do this every month, and we'll keep your lawn up to date, right? And eventually we were pulling in like $3,000 a month doing this just over the summer, me and my younger brother. So I think that's insane how we did that on the side. Like on Fridays or Saturdays or after work, we'd go out to do that. And that was an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month, given we had a lot of expenses, right? We had to buy some equipment. But over the course of the summer, we paid off all our equipment. We paid it all off. And that is secret sauce right there. Nextdoor, if you guys are looking into labor-based side hustles, not just lawn mowing either, you could do power washing, you could do mobile detailing, you could do all these different types of labor-based side hustles. But Nextdoor is going to be your best friend there. And well, I'll pivot really quick. That has worked for me. Lawn mowing has worked for me. So, but I'll pivot. Okay, so section 2 of this whole thing is going to be based on content creation. This is something I have not had success with yet, right? I know it might sound weird for me to just come out and admit that, but come on, like I only have like 6 videos on this channel so far, and they're so spread out. So making money from content creating, I have not had success with. But there are so many outlets. I've studied so much different things that you can do. I just personally haven't put in the effort to get success in it. Essentially though, you'd be making YouTube videos like I am right now, and you'd grow over time. You can do the same thing on Instagram. You can make Instagram reels and they pay a commission. Same thing with TikTok, the creator fund. There's so many ways that you could make money with content. But that is very time consuming, depending on the style of videos that you make. It could be super, super time consuming. You can see my previous videos on here that took hours and hours of scripting, and for a few hundred views. Granted, if I would have kept doing that for like consistently every month, every week for like 2 years, well, I'd get some traction. But that was very, very work heavy. And if you want to watch them, well, take a look at them and you'll see how really heavy it was on scripting and even editing. I had an editor that he was great, and he helped a lot to get these videos out, because man, it was hard. But this style of video is a little more laid back, right? I just kind of record myself. I make an outline of my thoughts and what I want to talk to you guys about. So this is something else I'm trying, but who knows, it might even fail too, right? Or I'm sure if you were to grind it out every week, just putting out content, you will gain traction. I feel like that's something that will happen, but it's so hard because that is delayed gratification at its finest. You know, you making content and you're growing an audience, and that takes time, you know, it's so much time. But that's another place, you know, TikTok and Instagram are good for that too. You know, you see people making a lot of money from that. And then once you're up there, you know, you have YouTubers that get sponsorships, get deals, they run ads on their videos. So I'm not saying that it's a bad way to make money, because it definitely is not. It is a really good way to make money if you have the patience, if you have the effort, and if you have the time to go for it. If you are consistent with it, I don't see how it could go wrong. I think everyone can make money with this, but I'm giving it a shot now, and I'll update you in a year. Hopefully I can remake this video and say I had success with this as well. But for now, I just kind of gloss over that section because I don't have much personal experience. But going on to the third section of this video of what I want to talk to you guys about is knowledge-based side hustles, right? Where instead of you doing labor, instead of you creating content and for entertainment, what you're going to do instead is sell your knowledge, you know? And we see this all the time with people going to college and studying a 4-year degree, getting, or 2 years, it doesn't matter. But my point is that you get knowledge and then you work that knowledge, and that is the service you're providing. You're providing your knowledge, what you know. And that doesn't just go to college, that also goes to another side hustle I've done as well, is I have done web design for companies, and I never learned how to design websites with my degree and my studies. I learned a lot of stuff that help to design websites, but I never learned how to do that essentially. But what I did for 2 months or so, I looked up 8-hour WordPress course. So here's the secret sauce too. You can watch this guy's video. I'll try to link it in the comments or something. But I watched that course all the way through on how to design websites on WordPress, because I think it's something like 40% of the world's websites that exist are built on WordPress. So I thought that needs to be where I need to learn. So selling websites is really good, honestly. Like, you can sell it to businesses. What I would do is I would physically get in my car on my lunch break or after work or on a day that I had off. I'd go and I'd hit a bunch of businesses, just walk in, walk out, walk in. I'd soliciting. I know it's scary to be in sales, but honestly, that's how you make a higher income than a day job, you know, selling things to other people, selling things to consumers that they need the product, right? These businesses I went to, not everyone wanted a website, but some did. Some asked, how could it help me? So after going to see all these businesses and I talk to them one-on-one, I tell them about what a website is, what it does for their business, how it works, how we need to register their domain, how we need to get their hosting up, and I would put them eventually on a monthly basis, right? I would charge them the labor to get the work done, because it took a while to get the website built and up and running, and I would give them like the first 3 months free, you know, because there's so many bugs you got to work with over time. They'll tell you like, hey, this didn't work well, and they'll give you some feedback, you got to correct it. So the first 3 months I give them free, but then I put them on a monthly recurring basis of, okay, well, in order for me to keep maintaining your website and hosting it, then I'm gonna need to put you guys on a monthly basis, cost basis, and I'd keep it pretty relatively cheap. We're talking about small businesses, local businesses. They don't have crazy amounts of money either, but if you get a few of them, if you get like 10 or 15, we're talking like, if you can get them each on $150 to $250 a month, you know, like, wow, that adds up. And of course your profit margin is gonna depend on how much you charge each one, what you built it on. But that has worked for me, and to date it is still working well for me, and that is my biggest income source aside from my day job. So this is the secret sauce that, man, the whole world is becoming digital. You need to learn how to do all these technical skills, all this digital skills, which that leads me to my next one, is video editing. Video editing is in such high demand. Like, video editing is everywhere. Everyone's on their phones. Everyone's looking through content. Everyone's on social media. So you can learn how to edit videos. You can take courses for that online. You can pay for a course if you want. But everything's out there for free somewhere. Everything is out there for free somewhere if you can put them together. For example, this video, I'm getting help from an editor to be able to put them together. That's like money on the table because there's so many people trying to make content. I'm one of them and trying to make content. I personally did not do video editing as my route, but that is something that you could do. And if you have success with it, you can let me know. Maybe it'll work out. Sorry, I thought I had trouble with my mic. But anyways, I wanted to combine those two now, okay? I went through web design, which is going to businesses and selling them websites, and video editing. Now, put those two together. What do you get? Right? Video editing for businesses. Okay. I have success with that to date because of the web design, right? I got Sony cameras. I got a drone, and I'm taking promos of these videos and splice them together, edit them together, piece by piece, get them 30-second promos, a minute promos, a minute 30-second promos. And these businesses like that. They need that, and they don't have time to be worrying about it. As a business owner that owns a coffee shop, for example, and they're wanting to advertise their business, they don't have the time to be like, okay, well, I'm going to take these videos and I'm going to edit them. Like, no, that business owner needs to worry about his inventory, or his or her inventory, the customers, his employees, if he has any, she has any. But that they're even welcoming to me whenever I offer to record them promos or take pictures of their food and edit it together and put it on their social media, and then either or run their social media. Because through my web design efforts, I've now became an advertising agency. I advertise for these businesses on social medias, and more recently on the news channels. I started advertising on that. It's pretty insane how I think it grew. But that all started because I locked in for 2 months taking this 8-hour course, and that's something you can do too. It doesn't have to be web design. It can be video editing or any other knowledge-based service that you can think of. But if you just take time to learn that skill and become efficient in it, proficient, that's enough. And then you need to go out there and sell it. You need to go out there and actually try to get people to buy it from you, buy your knowledge. Lastly, I wanted to mention to you guys one more type, the fourth one, which is product-based services, right? Where you sell products online. And yeah, this is something that I didn't have much success with, but I know it's possible because I had a few sales online. I used to try the whole making Shopify stores, advertising on TikTok, and then getting people to like go to your Shopify store and buy a product online that come from AliExpress, come from China basically. Yeah, I tried that for a while, and I never ever got enough orders to break even. I lost some money trying to do that with my first few stores, and then as time went by and I got a little better at it, okay, I would start to break even. Every now and then I would make a profit, but that was very difficult to keep up with the constant advertising. It goes back to video editing. So a lot of people nowadays are more organic on TikTok, making ads. You don't really have to do so much video editing. Depending on your product, of course, but you can really get into that space as well. All it takes is just effort, and creativity. Selling products online also can put your reputation on the line. So you got to be careful what you're doing as well, what you're selling. But that is something else that I see a lot of potential with. I have seen money be made personally, but that just depends on yourself, if that's what you want to do. Nowadays, you can even get a lot of commission. Like, you see all these people on TikTok scrolling through, and then they're advertising a product. That's something else you could be doing too. And that's also product-based service. If you were to try any of these one by one, I'm sure that you will have success in any of them if you focus on them hard. And you can easily make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 every month doing any one of these with all the effort that you can give it. Because like I tell you, I've seen success with these. Other people have seen success with others, right? But it all depends on what you want to do. So I'll leave it at that for this video. I know that we went through a lot, but basically it was just these 4 sections, these 4 different sections of work that you could do to be able to make your extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. And you can see where that grows into, right? I started with web design. Now I'm a whole advertising agency for a few businesses, and I still have my day job, so you can really do anything, any of these, but just depends on what you want to do. I'll leave the video there though. So see y'all later. Jesus loves you guys. God bless you guys. And I hope that you guys find success in what you're doing. Please hit that subscribe button and let me know what you guys thought in the comments. And if you guys would like for me to go deep, do a deep dive into any of these side hustles that I've done, just comment it and I'll work on something to put something together, whether it's web design or mowing or anything that you guys really want me to go deep in. Like I will. So I'll see y'all later. See y'all. Bye-bye.